great to see this game. I already did a little bit of this, but anyways, I'm gonna just say this right now. I love the fact that Ace Combat is back! Fuck yes! I never said this out loud, but I am an Ace Combat fan. I played 4, 0, and 5. I loved all 3. I played Ace Combat Assault, basically the one that was on the PlayStation 3. It wasn't a great game, if anything, compared to the other Ace Combats, but it's great to see this come back, and I've been loving this one. I love this game so far. It's been fun. It's awesome. I'm gonna go do the campaign.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What?
How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed!
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base! This is not a drill!
So yeah, they brought it all back. It looks like how it normally does. You have this overlay of decisions. You have, well, different types of aircrafts. And they brought the tech tree back. Hey, they brought it back. For some reason, I don't know why this is what's funny, is the fact that with the tech tree, if you wanted to get this thing unlocked, you had to go do multiplayer. And as you can see, there's a lot of different things unlocked. You got, well, these chips that you can put on planes. You have the level 1s at first with all the other aircraft, and then you got down here the level 2s. These are supposed to be better ships. And level 4. Like I said, this is for like if you want to do better shit. So you have to have this. So this thing will do stuff like greatly decreases vessel reload time, which is would be good, but this is for multiplayer. It's kind of sad that some of this stuff is just for multiplayer uses. Kind of sucks, but it happens. So yeah, you got all these different aircraft, and what's also awesome, and I found this out when I was doing multiplayer, they actually have a lot of the skins from the previous ones. Oh yeah, and they brought this. Anyone who's ever fought against that thing, well, besides in this game, back in the Zeros, then you will know that this son of a bitch is not easy. Well, good news is, it doesn't have its sticks. Which was kind of stupid. Since we're only dealing with just Oh, here you go. Yeah, you can do this. Oh, that. Oh. Select. Setting. Show. Skin. Yeah, there we go. Yellow 13. Man, I had to say, he was a tough guy, but he was an awesome fucking pilot. I loved facing him. But when it comes to emblems for this guy, I'm going to flag the oh yeah, they gave this thing a laser versus something. Now let's do the regular skin. Oh man, I will have that emblem on. I will be doing Ace Combat 5 seconds.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
So
Stand by at the
Ace
front.
Combat 5. So I will be doing that.
Radar site's still silent. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. Is asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Mage 2, locked.
I'm cornered. Vital triangulation. Hold on.
Mage 2, box 2. Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
That's what I've been using to destroy.
Evading enemy missile.
Mage 2, target down.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
We've done enough damage to the harbor, the carrier, and enemy fleet. Drop payload on installation and return to base.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Harbor facilities, carrier destroyed. Combat mission accomplished. We've still got half our baggage. Emptying over the hangars and runways. They decided.
Bandit is down.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire.
Missile connected. Bomber hit by a missile.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
In position behind
They confirmed with their whole payload.
taking fire.
Mage 2, walking.
Hesitating for a split second. Be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Missile incoming. Break.
No.
Mage 2, break that lock.
Mage 2, missile launch. Bomber is down. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Locked on!
Missile, evading.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Gusette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia.
site is Mage 2.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Oh, thank you, game. I didn't know that.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Ocean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Man, that is a fucking jab at work.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Well, actually, yeah, fake vehicles on runways and fake tank, which is something that the Allies had fake everything during, well, before our beloved D-Day landings. So yeah, they just did that.
Mage Squadron, Zordy, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
H2, missile launch.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
This is like the second mission.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Right after the first mission, which was also a defense. Actually, almost every single one has been it's combat.
We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
I don't know about.
We don't have any engineers.
We're
We're
using
zero now. We can't put those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
No, the other ones. Yeah, afterwards you have to use something like. Well, actually, not.
Got you now. Fire it.
But still, in 4, you had to go all the way to an enemy air base and destroy. Well, destroying other stuff along the way.
Missile away. Target eliminated.
The nearest airbase hasn't got any fighters.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
Camouflaged. That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. Allied territory.
Fox 2.
Mage 2, walking.
I'm icing up.
Mage 2's in the clouds.
Fire anti-air gun. Now!
Enemies locked on. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Enemy is under aim over clear ground. School 3, hit the field up now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Bombs away.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Enemy missile chasing me.
Predator clear.
on damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus. They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Breaking off.
Missile.
Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Caution. Pull up.
Ground target destroyed.
Get away from that vehicle! Now! Enemy on your tail!
Missile. Missile.
Missile inbound! Evade! Hand it on your six! Are you telling me we can't even avenge our fallen? Ejecting.
It didn't connect.
Fox 2!
Missile connected.
Alright, clean up that last radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way now.
The enemy's airstrikes are flawless! We're done for!
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
All right, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback, post-war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
Bombs away.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away!
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
They're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
H2, Fox 2.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Missile closing. Evade.
Golem Squadron, surround them.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Luckily, the good thing is with these drones, they only take 1 shot from a missile to take them out.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
But like I said,
There's a bar I want to try.
close enough.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
He escaped into the clouds!
Fox 2.
So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. Ease up in there.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
That was a good mission.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Alright. This will be the last mission, and then I'm gonna get
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Oh shit, I never even put any parts on this thing.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Craft target, bailing out! Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Enemy behind you, take! Missile incoming in A! I lost control! Careful, there's a real demon in there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly boss.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Where are our reinforcements? They got me.
3 remaining.
Enemy on my tail. I can't shake him. Missile closing, evading. Bandit acquired. Locked on.
Mage 2 is in the clouds.
There's an enemy on your tail. Missile fired. Evading. He escaped into the clouds. Eject. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now.
Nice kill.
1 remaining. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile.
And there's the piece of crap. Oh, of course.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Checking the radar results. I'm dodging everything I can. Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys won't go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Cannons are fast as hell.
Missile.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
But that thing? God help us. It's hard enough just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
With the damn drone.
Page 2, locked.
Missile!
Missile.
Enemy's head overhead.
Missile.
Skeleton 1, check 6, commander.
Missile.
They got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
I can't get a lock.
Unit UAV headed right for you.
Roger that.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Chaff and flares are running low.
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Too many drones. I can't reach the Arsenal bird.
Don't let the UAV movements knock you sideways. Even a machine can be outsmarted.
Skeleton 3, break! Break!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Missile.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Huh? What the hell?
Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Come in! Controls are out. I'm breaking up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Shit, we got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Ignorance earlier, more of us would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copied that. Returning home.
This is getting a little tight.
Page 2, locking.
Lockdown hostile.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Yeah, and I'm doing this. I can do this for fucking.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
On his tail.
The funniest part about this thing
Status is fine.
this has got a VR version of it too.
This is Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One back. 50-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Back. It's breaking.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against MSU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
You're low on special weaponry. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-race aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Why it's not opening fire?
This is not good. Brody, break off.
I'm still stuck up. Bring them on.
Mage 2, UAV down. Miss. That's a miss. Fox 2. Fox 2.
That one.
Yowza.
Mage 2, locked.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
These are drones.
Throw you around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
She's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem
They
2,
were
get a hold
telling
of
her
yourself.
to leave the
Golem 2, get
battlefield
away from
a
the
long
enemy.
time ago, but yet
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Missile.
in real life, yes.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
I have to say, I'm glad those things are not in real life.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing.
Those things in real life.
3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. 1,500 to runway. Your approach looks good. Stay on course. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys...
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however.
That was
we have to get to the space elevator.
Those were technically nukes.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
I do like the fact that the prisoners just throw the toilet paper out of themselves. That's always funny to me.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Remember, this is in a different universe. There's no America or anything. These are their own different countries. And here's why I said this is the bitch missing.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar.
No,
Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
I have to avoid.
Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
And this is why I say I'm a good pilot in this game. But that was in a different game.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress. progress, Trigger.
You want to take back what you said?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just
You
gonna
want
be
to take
you and
back
your
what
radar
you
out there.
said?
Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Caution. Pull up.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Caution. Pull up.
Stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted.
And I am
Auxiliary
the
craft will be
ace!
arriving shortly.
I am the ace!
Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Missile.
H2, target destroyed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch out. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Vehicle down.
Missile. Missile.
Half of the SAM sites are down.
I think all those little tests.
Trigger, sorry about the wait.
Missile.
Cavalry's here.
Missile.
Tom Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. H2, target down. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
This is Sea Goblin. We arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Half of the anti-air guns down. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them.
Caution. Caution.
Locked. It's chow time.
Oh, what did I come back?
Ground target destroyed. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Running for the site. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Seeing them with careful, we'll have to be on certain IPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Caution.
Mage 2, locked.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Mage 2, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Hostile eliminated. Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Missile.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
We're swarming. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position!
Oh, I hit the building.
We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
X-Prez identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming target!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
Missile.
UAV down.
Missile.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermal barracks!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Rocket!
Missile.
Damn.
Lock acquired.
Hey, bitch, come back here.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. We'll get Mr. Hurley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Golden Squadron. Taking grounded Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel.
That isn't Mr. Hurley.
It'll do. 3 remaining.
Mage 2, kill confirmed.
All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Best you can come with.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Pull up.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Missile. Missile.
Radar lock acquired.
UAV confirmed.
We're fighting against machines.
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off.
Caution.
Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Hurley wants to
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golden 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Target lock. Firing. Missile headed for friendly.
Mage 2, locking.
I'm not trying to send the transportist. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you, but this isn't exactly a fighter.
Understood. An Arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Forces have already changed.
Gargoyle 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders. Almost on the lighthouse, the island, the harbor. They won't be able to get home.
That ship isn't one of ours.
Where's the signal? Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Vehicles 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time.
Attention, Gargoyle Squadron. Baffle.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
Figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, 1 hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAVs. The elevator's wind brake took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Fox 2.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Locked.
Lockdown hostile.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Well, let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. In gun range. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
You're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty, headed toward the AO.
Is the former president still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1. Protect Mother Goose 1. Destroy those UAVs. We've run out of time. Return to base. The mission has failed.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, 1 hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAVs. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Target lock. Firing.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way.
providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Call warning. Call warning.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Behind one.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal bird location passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
Make two.
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OC. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchway. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Alright, that was a good amount. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will be doing it again next time when I'm not on work. Tomorrow I'm going to be on work. But either way, hope whoever saw this enjoyed. I hope y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourselves.